You hear it all the time, right? Starting a business in Web3 is supposed to be incredibly hard. You've got all this complex code, these crazy steep learning curves, but what if that's all just a big myth? Today, we're going to dig into a really powerful idea that launching something in Web3 is actually surprisingly simple. Let's get into it.
So, this is the idea we're unpacking. I know. It sounds a little crazy. It pretty much goes against everything you hear about Web3. But what if the problem isn't the tech at all? What if the real difficulty is just how we're approaching it?
All right, so when we say easy, what are we even talking about? Well, it's the dream, isn't it? Building a business that's automated. Something that just works for you 24/7, even when you're asleep. A system that finds its own audience and creates value all on its own. And this isn't some fantasy. It's totally achievable if you go about it the right way.
But hold on, before we get to the how, we have to talk about the number one thing that stops most people dead in their tracks. It's this trap where you have these huge ambitions, but you end up doing absolutely nothing. And it's super common, especially in a space like Web3.
It has a name, and it's called tutorial hell. Does this sound familiar to you? You watch one YouTube tutorial, then you read 5 articles, then you sign up for another online course. And you feel like you're learning, right? You feel like you're making progress, but you never actually build the thing. You're just stuck in this endless loop, always thinking, I just need to learn one more thing, and then I'll be ready.
So how in the world do you break out of that cycle? Well, the answer is definitely not another tutorial. It's a single, super powerful concept: leverage. This is all about getting huge results from a small amount of effort, and it is the absolute key to escaping that learning trap for good.
And this, right here, is the big mindset shift. You have to stop trying to learn everything. You just don't need to. Instead, you gotta focus on using a few specific tools that basically multiply your effort. This is how you stop being a passive student and start becoming an active creator.
And you know what the best part is? You don't need a million different tools. Turns out, you really only need 2 incredibly powerful levers to get going. Just think of them as the twin engines that are gonna power your whole automated business. So check this out. On one side, you've got code leverage. You build something one time, like a smart contract, a simple little app, maybe a trading bot, and boom, it runs forever, serving people around the clock. Then on the other side, you've got media leverage. You create a piece of content once, an article, a video just like this one, and it can reach thousands, even millions, building your community while you're off doing other things. They're both permissionless, and they both scale like crazy. Okay, but just knowing about these levers, that's not enough. Not even close. You have to actually pull them. You have to use them. And that, my friends, requires a totally different mindset. It's about shifting from just consuming to actually creating. The journey basically looks like this. You're stuck in the trap, just consuming. The big shift, the game changer, is when you just decide to start making stuff. Anything. And look, it's not going to be perfect. Your first smart contract might be super basic. Your first article might be kind of rough. But who cares? That doesn't matter. What matters is you learn so much faster by doing than you ever could by just watching.
And really, this quote just says it all. The way forward isn't through one more online course. Nope. It's through this cycle of making something, putting it out there, learning from what happens, and then just doing it all over again. Action is always the best teacher.
Now, we got to be super clear about something here. While we're talking about this really powerful mindset, this is absolutely not financial advice. The Web3 space can be wild and volatile, so please always do your own research before you make any decisions with your money. Hey, so if this breakdown kind of sparked an idea for you or gave you that little push you might have needed, it would mean a lot to us if you could hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot more explainers like this one coming, and it helps us out a ton. And that brings us to the last and maybe the most important question. This one's for you. Forget for a second about everything you think you need to learn. Just think about this. Now that you know about code and media leverage, what's the very first thing you want to make? Go ahead and drop your idea in the comments below. Seriously, let's get building. Thanks so much for watching.